Good morning. Today I'm going to break down the college football slate for today, November 16th, and we'll look at Draftkings and Fanduel. So we have a lot of value. I don't know if it's the site stopping to care about pricing and too focused with NBA and NFL, but there's a lot of bad pricing. So guys like Helm and this is Draftkings. I don't know how much I want of Gustave, but Shepard's very much in play. The Louisville guys against Stanford are all awesome. So I think, I'm mostly looking to spend up at quarterback just because the pricing's so soft. We can get to guys like Riley Leonard and Shador's been really stable. So you don't need a hunt for value at quarterback, in my opinion. And then there's a lot at running back. Florida's been running the ball more. Hughes is a great play. Katron Allen is somebody I want a lot of because Singleton, we don't know how healthy he is. He could be Singleton could be out, and Katron Allen and Penn State have a huge team total. So he's very much in play. So let's set up the optimizer. We could do 40% and then scale up some of the guys we like. I just do two uniques. I don't touch flex or super flex. So let's see what we get. It might move pretty slow, so I can talk through. I can talk through some of this. So at quarterback, like I said, you can get to some of the top options. Like, I don't like Klubnik as much as Sanders or Leonard. But guys like Nussmeier's kind of interesting too for GPPs. I'll want some of him. So he's a great play to get contrarian. We just found out for Pitt that Nate Yarnell will be starting at quarterback, so Desmond Reed is what did he do last week? He kind of hit a wall and then I don't know. That's a lot of money for him. But I'm kind of in the mid-range territory with Brown. This is a good spot. Maffa, that's interesting. Mekhi Bernard should be like all the offense for Utah. There's a chance Utah is on their fifth string quarterback. Isaac Wilson, who was expected to start, he has mono, so he might not play, and this fifth stringer Luke Botari might play. So I'm probably more on Bernard on Fanduel. So let me switch back to see what we got here. So these are pretty good. Quarterback, we're mostly getting pricey guys. We're gonna have to boost Shador in order to get Shador exposure. Kevin Jennings I like a lot too. I'll probably boost him to 25. Mendoza's fine. Green's back in the lineup. I don't like him that as much, so I'll probably boost Len. I think Shug, Leonard, Sanders, Jennings are guys I want a lot of. I don't want Drew Eller. Okay. 5%'s fine just because they have a high total. Allen I love. This is a good... I really like this grouping of running backs. So I think we're in good shape here. Let's see about stacking. So I don't want a global stack rule because guys like Riley Leonard, you don't need. Guys like Riley Leonard, you don't need the receivers for. So Shug's someone I want to stack. And then probably Shador also. But you should have no problem getting either Hunter or Shepard. Yeah, Shepard's inexplicably cheap. So even though Hunter's not popping, you can definitely get here because of how soft the salary is. That's what I'm finding on both sites. So yeah, these are good options. You might have to boost Hunter to get over the field on. So so I'll probably boost up Hunter. DK's another good value, so there's definitely a lot of ways you can go here at receiver. Lemons somebody I like with Jaden Maeva is starting now for USC at quarterback. So we'll run it again and see what we get and then move on. Let's talk receiver a little. Oh, sorry. So Travis Hunter, I think, is definitely attainable. Tyler Warren's somebody I want to be overweight on with Penn State's implied team total, and Purdue can't play defense. Kyron Lacey is interesting. I don't think people are going to go here, but we definitely have the salary. So, and then there's the cheap guys we talked about. So let's look back at the optimizer. So I had to boost Shador, which maybe that's more than most people get, but okay. Let's see what we get with yeah, so we're getting Shug with and Shador with stacks, which I like. So these are looking pretty good, I think. Um yeah, Baylor has some guys too that are interesting. Singer's like the last man standing in terms of the receivers, so he's interesting as a run back. I don't think I'd make a rule for a Utah run back, but he's interesting. I like Jennings, and I like this Jennings and Smith one. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Io Menor's the play on Stanford. Um, you don't need somebody, so we have Shador again with Wester. We have 3 Louisville guys, which I'm fine with. Um, another, yeah. I mean, what's Louisville's implied team total? So 39. Stanford can't play defense. I'm fine with 3 Louisville guys in a lineup. So these are pretty good. I'm gonna make a new window for Fanduel, and we'll talk Fanduel. All right, so our FanDuel slate. We have a few of the night games. We have, it's not a great night slate. Georgia, Tennessee may be a better real life game than fantasy. Oregon, there's a few pieces. I think Gabriel's kind of interesting, and then Will Pauling on Wisconsin. Then this game's a little interesting too. The Becton, his 2 receivers are in play, and then Xavier Henderson, somebody probably look to on the night slate. So let's see what we get here. So I'll make I'll do rules for Nussmeyer. Nussmeyer's somebody I'm interested in. Who are the other quarterbacks? And then so Maeva's pricing. I can't stand when the sites do it because it's one thing if we didn't know he was the starter, but we've known since the slate went up that he was starting, so this is a bad misprice. So Yarnell is starting now. He's another guy you don't need much out of. So, and then Sellers is interesting. I want some. He's somebody I want like 5 to 10% of. So sometimes I'll do a forced minimum to get the guys in the lineup. And then Jennings is somebody I like a lot on both sites. Bernard is. I'm gonna have a lot of Bernard too because of he's cheap here. He's kind of in the he. This is pretty cheap for starting running back this late in the season, but yeah, these guys have Smith and Bernard. I like a lot. Um, Maffa, I'm kind of interested in. Not a. I'm gonna boost up Katron here, just because if Singleton doesn't go, and it's a 2:30 start too, so we're not gonna find out um until like well after lock. And then Hunter, Hunter you could easily get to. Um, where's Will Shepard? He's somebody I like too. Moore's fine. DK's fine. So Lemon's somebody I like a lot. I think the passing's upgraded now with Maeva, and then you get the stack. So then Tyler Warren, I want a lot of because he's the big weapon for a team with a huge team total. Helm is cheap. And where's my guy Hibner? Hibner's somebody I like a lot as a value play too. And sometimes you have to boost even more. So let's see what we get with 20 line. And I'll run 2 uniques. Let's see what we get. Yeah, there's a lot of cheap tight ends. And then who else do I like? Yeah, so this is a good I'm gonna have a lot of quarterbacks in this tier. Robertson's been really good. Nussmeyer I may have to boost to get like 10 to 20% of. Taylor Green I don't want. And then it looks like Brady Cook will start, but he's not somebody I'm interested in. So I may boost down Klubnik a little bit, but I like the QBs we're getting. Yeah, this is kind of my sweet spot of running back. And then yeah, this is pretty good. Might boost down the Iowa guys and boost up Lacey, but these are these are my favorite plays, and then a lot of Warren and Helms perfectly fine here too. So good luck, everyone. Have a great Saturday, and I'll talk to you soon.